I don't really pay attention to the markets anymore lately.
Really?
I mean, I don't, dude. Like,
I'm so jealous of you because I have a stress headache for the last 10 days.
so
Just constantly looking. Remember when we sit around and be like, I
yeah,
could never do the day trading thing because you are trapped to your computer. And then
yeah,
you watch videos and you see people are like, I worked for 20 minutes today. I worked for two minutes today. 30 minutes, I'm out of here.
yeah,
And you're like, oh, that's not at your computer all day. Not true. False.
yeah, yeah. No,
False, false, and false.
no,
I'm
dude.
on the computer. I stare at it all day. And I hate it, but I do. Like I said, I always wanted to be the guy that if I'm going to knock day trading and things like that, I don't want to knock it because of stuff that I've heard. Like I want to give it an honest go for at least 6 months, but hopefully a year, because I feel like after a year, being as someone that's as educated and as disciplined as I am to learn, I'll at least have feedback on like if it's or the like if you could do it, because I'm not going to say just because I can't do it, it can't be done, but I'll definitely know like it can't be done if you live this lifestyle, or it can be done if you want to live this lifestyle.
I mean,
But
you must be enjoying it though if you're still doing it. So like, obviously, you're having fun with it. I would guess, right?
yeah, I mean, I more than the money, I love learning, right? And I mean, it goes back to even like my first share, like my interest in the stock market came from like this weird unknown that I saw people on the train in fancy suits going to talk about in the big city.
But why
You
learn
know
about it? So here, hang
what?
on, legit question. Like, why learn about it if you like? I guess for me, I have no desire to learn about day/swing trading because I know already most people aren't successful with it. What the hell? Like, how am I gonna be any different?
That sounds like somebody that's trying to start a YouTube channel right now, Jay.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Absolutely not.
You just said that, you know, so many people that how many people fail at YouTube? How many people fail at podcasts?
It's totally
Average
different. That's totally different.
average podcast has 7 episodes. We have 102. Like that didn't keep us from trying a podcast.
Correct. Every time we make a podcast, I'm not putting money on the line.
You're putting your time on the line, which is more valuable than money. You know that.
The time that could potentially turn into value. But I feel like with day trading, like
That's
I
what
don't.
education is. When I'm learning about this,
So hang on. So hang on. Let me
I'm
finish my
paying
thought.
market tuition. Yeah.
So why wouldn't you, as an experienced investor as you are, and as I know as much as you studied as you have, why wouldn't you just put the money that you're going to test with day trading into an index fund and just leave it alone and not stress about the markets every single day? Like I'm telling
Because
you what, dude. I'll tell you what.
no,
Like
no,
with me
because
having the days of not having to look at the market, and I don't even day trade. And it's pretty nice, dude. Like I wake up, like I'll turn on CNBC just to see like what's going on with the news of like Putin or whatever.
yeah.
But like, oh, dude, man, it's like I don't make stock videos on the main channel anymore. And I mean, so I say this: I do watch my dividend stocks more for like news, but it's
Right.
not like dividend stocks just are different, man. Like that's something I'm not worried about the price fluctuating up and down every single day. Like I know I'm going to be holding these stocks for the long term. So I don't really care what happens right now. It's just like, for example, like when ATVI came out and said, Microsoft's buying them. Like that was pretty exciting. So I made a video on it. I was doing some research on it. What else? Something just, LMT, Lockheed Martin just had a big news piece come out about,
Yep.
they got a government contract for like, going to Mars back and forth in
Mm-hmm.
2036 or something like that. And so like things like that, it's nice, but it's also relieves me from the stress of looking at the market day to day. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still looking at the market every single day because I still do my wheel trades from, covered calls and cash secured puts, which I'm not doing any cash secured puts right now because I'm still saving up money. But I still ride a lot of covered calls lately. So that's probably when I'm looking at the market most. It's just like, is today a good day to ride a covered call? And maybe I will because I have a couple positions I wouldn't mind getting assigned on. But other than that, dude, like, I mean, hey, I get where you're wanting to learn it, but like, do you think you're going to do this long term? Like, real honestly.
No, but I wanted to know from statistical data. Like for the same reason I used to think girls had cooties, and I used to think that even trading the wheel was YOLOing and dangerous. It wasn't until I tried it, and I took my lumps and I learned the pros and the cons, and then I was able to evaluate. I just don't want to be somebody that avoids it just because I don't know something. Like I'm willing to learn and fail, and even if that failure is a couple of dollars, I'm willing to pay that market tuition because like hell, if I never would have tried selling covered calls, I just got my statement from Robinhood last year. I made $10,000 pretty much doing the wheel. There was some poor man's covered calls in there, but pretty much small account that never went above really $25,000 last year. And I made $10,000 in poor man's covered calls and just writing the wheel strategy. That was something I remember making early videos and talking and hearing about and having people be like, like that's YOLOing, like that's so dangerous. And I realized that after through education and learning, and I'll tell you, that's the main reason I'm trying this because let's just say hypothetically, over the next year, I lose 10 grand, which is an amount of money that I've put aside that I'm willing to lose to this market tuition. I'm thinking of it as like a graduate degree. But what happens if I don't? I know that I'm not going to lose any more than that because I set a defined amount of money and a defined risk. And if I blow it next week, that's the end of the show. But I'm trying to survive every day. What happens if I don't lose 10 grand? What happens? And this is the thing that excites me about education. What happens if like I figure something out and I can make another 5 grand a year? Then to me, the time right now, because I know that a lot of the time right now that I'm spending, and this is a good point that maybe I have to make clear. A lot of the time I'm spending right now is the education part. Like I'm sure what takes me 3 hours at night to do and an hour in the morning, I'm sure guys that have been doing this a while, they just sit down their computer an hour before the market opens and they just get it done. They do all their research. So there's like that piece of me too that knows that this grind isn't going to be forever. I just want to know it. I want somebody to be like, easy for this guy to hate on day trading, this VTI index fund investor guy hating on day trading when he never tried it. And I could be like, whoa, Miss Lippy. I did this shit for a year, baby girl. I did this shit for a year and I lost 10 grand. I learned that you probably can do it full time, but it's not for me. I'd rather be able to make that statement.
Glue on his face, like
I think it was putting the lipstick on. Like, oh no, that was the people to kill list, right?
yeah, no.
And I think in a different movie too. I think that was a different movie too. Billy Madison.
Yeah.
The other one, they were both in Billy Madison. Okay, yeah, because he comes in and shoots a guy at the end from the back.
He puts the list, and he crosses out the list, and he puts the lipstick on. Oh, great movie. But yeah, no, I get it, dude. Like,
and I'm also I get bored easily.
Yeah.
And also, I'm sitting at work, and I have some time on my hands.
True.
Like, I have vacation next week from school, and I'm doing a little bit of traveling. I don't think I'm going to look at the markets next week. And I don't feel the need to.
Yeah.
Like I don't wake up in the morning like, I'm not losing sleep over it. But I don't know. And then maybe there is a little bit of a rush to it. But I'll tell you, the rush isn't the money. The rush is, now I'm about like 7 weeks in. So the rush is like formulating a plan and saying, if this happens, I'm going to go for it.
Bullshit.
And then it works.
Bullshit.
Bullshit what?
I'm calling bullshit on that.
That it works?
No, that's not the money. Get the fuck out of here.
No, I mean, well, because I'm losing.
Dude, when you text me like, hey, I'm up $80 today, I'm like, come on, dude.
But I'm losing money. Like the money makes it cool. Like, all right, I couldn't do it with paper trading. I couldn't do I need a little bit of emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, it's the cliche phrase, you got to love when a plan comes together. That's what's been the most fun. And it's fun to see that it isn't as YOLO crazy. Like there's definitely things need to go your way. They definitely do. But I think I heard somebody say like to not think you're ever going to lose or you're never going to lose a lot or a lot at one time is like casino owners opening and thinking they're never going to lose a big hand of blackjack. Right? Yeah. But the casino's job, which is gambling, yes, fully admit it. The casino's job is to bring as much of the odds into their favor as possible. So over the long run, they'll win. That's kind of why I want to go a year. But I think it's 6 months. Like, we'll see. If I get the summer break when I'm like, a lot of the people, they might not have been around a year ago. But when we get to summer break, I'm having margaritas early in the morning. Bloody Marys all day.
Oh
You
man.
know, so if I'm not working, I'm on the beach drinking margaritas. I got the little thing. That's part of the reason why I bought the Tacoma, because I got that outlet right in the back of my pickup truck. I bring the blender right to the beach. Don't mess around with me. But I don't think I'm going to be like, Bloody Marys and margaritas on the beach, or should we sit down and watch Spy for the whole day? I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah.